Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. जय श्री गंधर्व गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्व विनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौ प्रेमानंद।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful kirtan. Welcome to all to the session 10 today. So we'll learn about chapter 9, which is the most confidential knowledge. So this is actually the king of all the knowledge. Krishna here explains the different levels of devotional service and what are the results of those devotional service at different levels and what is the best devotional service, and Prabhuji will cover all of that. So this is, as it is a very important chapter, please switch on your videos to have a better attention and keep yourself away from any distraction. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. You can start.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Once again, welcome to our session. So the most confidential knowledge, the most important knowledge. So many things here. Why it is so important? Because as I was saying in the 7th chapter, the rarity of the knowledge. And here, Krishna is coming one more step forward. He's just showing the relationship between the devotee and the Lord. It is so close, it is transcendental. And without Lord, no devotee, and without devotee, no Lord. That is the condition of a person who is in devotional service. Actually, Krishna can give up anything for the sake of his devotees. So that is the relationship between the Lord and the devotees. And today, many things, many confidential things, Krishna will be revealing. Most important chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so let us start with our prayers. Let us pray to Guru and Krishna so that we may be qualified, or by their mercy, at least we might be able to understand this as it is. Only by Guru Krishna's mercy this is possible, not by our own endeavor. So let us humbly pray to Guru and Krishna by these prayers. Okay, please join with me by folding hands. Om Ajnanati Nirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nityakripavadaya Gauragata Davadaya Nagaragramata Mukam Karoti Vachanam Pangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri. So before starting, let us offer our respects in gratitude to His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, by whose mercy today we are able to understand what are we, what is our life. Without Bhagavad Gita, no life. So at least we are able to understand. It has been simplified. Yes, making it so simple that each and everyone can follow devotional service. Okay. Yes, now let us go further. Yesterday's chapter, 8th chapter, what did we see? Under the acronym dead, there were many questions by Arjuna, 8 questions, and 7 were answered. And 8th, Krishna took the whole chapter to explain. And what was the question? How to remember Krishna at the time of death. And Krishna says, Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram. At the time of death, whoever remembers me, they can attain. It's very simple. Most important thing there. So how to remember Krishna at the time of death? It depends on what is that we practice in our life. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajite ante kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavita. A person who, however, he leads his life, the whole life, how he practices the whole life, what consciousness he develops in his whole life, that is what he can remember at the time of death, because at the time of death, there will be a pain, somewhere 40,000 scorpions bite. At such difficulties, what can we shout? When we get some pain, we start shouting, Amma, Appa, many things. But whenever we say Krishna, because it is not within our consciousness. When we start practicing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and developing a relationship with the Lord by offering prasadam to Him, definitely at the time of death, you'll be just praying to the Lord. So easily He'll come and He'll just save us. And for that also we need Lord's mercy. Okay, many things we love. And for that, say Krishna says, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anuspara Yuddhacha. You should do your duties, but remembering me, always remember me and do your duties. Meditate on me and keep on doing your duties. Clear? That was instructions to Arjuna. Even it applies to me. Even applies to you. And even it applies to you. Then, attaining the Supreme, then he shows the spiritual world so that at least we get attracted to it. And he says, this material world is dukkhalaya. It is a place of suffering. It is temporary. There's so many struggle in this material world, but he shows the difference in the spiritual world. It is eternal, blissful. Chintamani prakarasadmashu kalparuksha. Such a wonderful place. Why are you missing this? Please execute your devotional service. Engage in your services. Please me and you can come back. Surrender unto me. He finally says, the difference between a yogi and a devotee. Yogi, even it's taking such a difficult process, it is difficult for him to attain the ultimate. But a devotee, because he's completely dependent on the Lord, very easily he is able to attain the supreme abode. Yeah. Yes, in today's chapter, 9th chapter. So in this 4 topics, we're seeing knowledge, inconceivable relationship, non-worship, glories of bhakti. And here knowledge, how it comes, is we came to know in the 4th chapter. Padvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You start serving the spiritual master when you have the faith. And today's chapter will be seeing the 2 topics. Most important thing to achieve this knowledge is, one is the faith. How much faith you have in the words of the spiritual master, how much faith you have on the parampara, how much faith you have on the scriptures, how much faith you have in this Bhagavad Gita and the words of Acharyas. It's most important. See, I'll say a small story to understand this. The most important thing, the story is also very important. Simply we'll be able to understand how transcendental is this devotional service. So once in Vrindavan, there was a ashram, and that ashram was with the deities of Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, Hanuman, and that sadhu or a devotee was just worshipping, but he had a desire, one desire, that he has to go to Ayodhya and have darshan of Lord Sri Ram. But what to do? He was very busy in the ashram, so he is the only person who was taking care, and he was engaging many his disciples. He was initiating them, but even just after 1 month or 2 months, they used to leave the ashram and they go away. So he was not getting sufficient time to, because in those days going to Ayodhya, it takes a long time. 6 months it takes, because he has to go by walk. He has to go there, have darshan, come back. It was a longer time, so he was not getting any, what I can say, disciples for him, or any devotee who can take care of the ashram. So I was thinking somehow or other I should plan and I should go. So once he got a devotee or a disciple, so just after 1 month, he trained him for 1 month and then initiated him, and he just started saying to his disciple that today I'm just going to Ayodhya. to take care of the ashram. And that boy was not so elderly boy. And that boy asked his spiritual master, my dear master, just in 1 month, what I have learned, how could I take care of this ashram? He gave the instructions, this is how you have to do. But he said he cannot do that. Then the spiritual master said, see, hey, why you're worried? Anyhow, the Lord is sitting here. You go and ask him, he will help you. See, he had so much of faith on the spiritual master, he's completely believed it. Oh, is it? Okay, master. Then what's the problem? Anything is a small problem I have, I'll go to the Lord and they'll ask him, he will help me. Fine, you can go. He said the spiritual master Ayodhya. So he has to wake up in the morning, he has to do his sadhana, he has to clean the ashram, then he has to go to the market, purchase all the items what is required, then he has to cook for it, and whoever comes to the ashram, he has to feed them. He has to do the preaching part also, he has to give a class on Bhagavatam, Ramayana, all these things. But what is happening? One person, how many things he can do? And going to market and getting itself was taking so much of time, so he was not able to do anything. And finally he thought, what to do now? And he thought, oh, Hanuman is there. Anyone can help me. He'll go and request Hanuman. My dear Hanuman, why can't you come and help me in getting the items purchasing? He was so innocent. He was asking. So Hanuman got pleased by his words because he had so much of faith. He did not think that is a stone. He literally went and requested Hanuman from the stone. He just came out and he said, why not I'll help you? And he gave conditions also that as you went and brought Sanjeevani, they asked for Sanjeevani, went and brought the mountain. Don't do this such way. You have to go to the market. What is the list I give? Only that much you have to purchase to me. Okay. And he just, for Hanuman, it's so simple. Just he'll jump from here to there. He'll go to market. He'll purchase everything. From there, he'll jump here. He'll come and provide. So in this way, he was very happy. Just in seconds, he used to get everything. And he started cooking. Everything was happening. But what is happening? As soon as he cooks, everyone eating the prashadam and they're living. There's no time to preach. He thinks, what to do now? He goes once again to Lakshman. My dear Lakshman, see, I'm not able to preach. So you can come and preach because who can better preach on Lord Ram rather than you? So you can come and say the glorifications of the Lord, please. He was asking. Then Lakshman also came. He started preaching. Just imagine, Lakshman is coming and preaching, what would become the attraction of the devotees. So the ashram was filling. And this person single-handedly was feeling difficulty in cooking. Then he went to Sita Devi, my dear mother. Please, can you come and cook for me? So Mother Sita also came and she started cooking. And just imagine the food which has been cooked by Mother Sita, how it will be, how transcendental it will be. So having the prasadam, hearing to Lakshman, the ashram was getting filled. And when ashram gets filled, see, the expenditure is also more, and whoever is coming, they are giving more donations, seeing this. And this person is limited intelligence, how much calculations he can do. He cannot do more calculations. Then he's thinking, how will I give this accounts to my spiritual master? Because I'm not able to maintain this. He thinks, and finally thinks, Lord Ramachandra is a Kshatriya, he's a king. He can do big accounts all. So he'll go to Lord Ramachandra, he gives these accounts and says, see, any of this ashram belongs to you. It is you are the proprietor. Please take care of the account section so that my master comes, my spiritual master comes, I should answer to him all. So clearly you write everything and take care of this balance sheet or everything. And Lord, he himself, he came, he started doing the account section works. And after many months, his spiritual master came. And he was just surprised to see that the ashram is filled with devotees. And he came to his disciple. He asked, what is this? What is happening here? Said, my dear master, just following your orders. Everything is taken care. What orders have you followed? And how you are able to fill this ashram? He said, you said, when I'm not able to do, you can request the Lord, he will help you. Yes, when I was not able to purchase, I request Hanuman. When I was not able to preach, I requested Lakshman. When I was not able to cook, I requested Mother Sita. And finally, when I was not able to maintain the accounts, I requested Lord Ramachandra. You can see there, he's taking care of the accounts. So there was tears in the eyes of the spiritual master. He just embraced him. He said, what kind of a fool am I? In search of Lord, I went to Ayodhya. but what purity and faith you have on your spiritual master and scriptures. You believed completely and you made the Lord to come to you. This is knowledge. How much faith we have on the words of spiritual master, acharyas, and the scriptures. Okay. Yes, let us go further. And today's acronym is AING, AING, knowledge, inconceivable relationship, non-worship, and glories of. The most important verse in this, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukam Tartum Avyayam. Degree of confidential knowledge, you can see here 1 to 3 verses. Confidential, body or soul distinction. You can see this in the second chapter also. Here, there only became. Actually, the Bhagavad Gita knowledge stands on this knowledge. This is the foundation, Atma Jnana, the realization that I am a soul. From there, you can develop or implement your devotional service. Still, we think that I am this body. It is difficult to do. Because bodily platform, Bhagavad Gita will not apply for the bodily platform. It applies for the soul platform. So you have to realize somewhere or that that I am a soul. You should have faith on the scriptures and start executing our devotional service. Then the next level comes most confidential or more confidential knowledge of devotional service of Krishna, Sambandha. What is the relationship within the Lord? He is the master, I am the servant. This should be very clear to us. Not that even I am equal to the Lord, I'll become one with the Lord. Something of this kind of theories are there. But the real understanding that I am the servant of the Lord. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us this. He says, Gopi Bhartur Pada Kamalayor Dasanu Dasanu Dasa. That is the position he takes. And being an ordinary conditioned souls, what is the position that we should take? Dasanu Dasanu Dasa for a million times we have to say, and then we say, that Dasa. So I am the servant who is serving the Lord. Yeah. Then most confidential, notice that. Pure devotional service and Krishna's reciprocation. How Krishna reciprocates to the devotee. So Krishna says, Yetamam prapadyansatam satay bhajam. However you surrender unto me, in the same way he reciprocates to us. That is the most confidential knowledge which is revealed in this chapter. And to acquire this knowledge, 2 qualifications is to understand this knowledge. That is Anusuyava and Shraddha. One is non-envious and the faith. And now we came to know the faith by this story. And what is non-envious? Non-envious, do not be envious on the Supreme Lord. Many things, no, I am not envious on the Lord. Definitely we are. Certainly we are envious of the Lord. Actually, each and everything, just I'll give an example to understand this. For example, if somebody asks, whose mobile is this? What will be your answer? What will be my answer? My mobile. For example, there's a pen in my pocket. Somebody will ask, whose pen is this? I'll say, it's my pen. Is anything wrong in it? Can you see that I am envious of the Lord? No. But definitely, certainly I am envious of the Lord. Because each and everything belongs to the Lord. But where is this envious? Certainly I'm competing with the Lord that, yes, my dear Lord, the whole universe belongs to you, but the pen in my pocket belongs to me. Even I am the proprietor. I am not the servant of servant, but I am a Swami or the proprietor. That means somewhere we are competing or making the Lord in equal level. We are not completely in a humble way of surrendering to the Lord. This is envious. So we should be non-envious. That happens when we come to the soul platform. When we understand that I am the soul, then the soul's primary duty is to serve the super soul, serve the soul Lord. That's it. It becomes very simplified. Actually, bhakti is very, very simple. Only thing, a little bit of knowledge we have to understand. That's it. King of knowledge. Characteristics of confidential knowledge. Rajavidya. Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitramidamuttamam pratyakshavangamam dharmyam susukam kartamavyamo. Each and every word is something like a treasure. You can take, how much our knowledge, years of prayers, keep on taking knowledge in this. So Prabhupada says each and every word of the scripture is a treasure. Only thing we should get purified ourselves to understand such transcendental things. Okay, Rajavidya, king of all knowledge, is the essence of all scriptures, all Vedas, all the Puranas, Itihasas, everything, because it is Apaurushaya, directly said by the Lord. So it is transcendental. It is Rajavidya, king of all knowledge. Rajaguhya, most confidential, secret of all secrets. It is secret. Actually, secret means something it has to be covered, but this is completely opened. And you can see even some ISKCON devotees, even on the streets, they'll be purchasing, especially in the month of December and January, they'll be selling this Bhagavad Gita. So please purchase this Bhagavad Gita. Such a wonderful book. Your life will change. Please purchase. It's kept so open, but still it is confidential, secret of all secrets. Krishna says, Bhaktya mama vijanati yavanyasmita. Till then you don't become a devotee. It's very difficult. You may not be able to understand it. So it is secret. Then Pavitram, purest of all pure knowledge. Then Uttamam, it's transcendental. Pratyakshavangamam dharmyam, perfection of religion. The most important thing is each and every person can realize this knowledge at whatever the condition you are. For example, you think sugar. If somebody wants to explain the taste of sugar, is it possible? You can use many words, but a person hearing this, he will never be able to understand this other than he drops the sugar on his tongue. The same way, Bhakti, even you hear this same class or you read Bhagavad Gita or you even for hundreds of times, never ever you are going to experience the bliss. And bliss experience comes when you start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and offer to the Lord Mahaprasad and taste the transcendental prasad and start chanting. These two things makes us to experience the bliss, experience the devotional service. So we have started chanting from the very first day. And in the third day itself, we started offering milk and fruits. And from today, I'll teach how to offer a plate of milk to the Lord also. In coming slides, you can see that. Then Susukam, very joyful. Bhakti is not a sorrow. If somebody is crying to get up in the morning and come, definitely it cannot be Bhakti. Yes, that is called Vaidhi Bhakti. Somewhere I'm putting some force and coming. But Bhakti, real Bhakti starts when we do that with bliss, very happily doing. That is called Bhakti. Avyayam, it is everlasting. Anything material you do, it's incomplete. It is only for the material thing. But this is everlasting. Even after our death, even after entering spiritual world also, it continues with us. Because this is our constitutional position. This is our Swarupa. Yeah. Yes. Now let us go further. Inconceivable relationship. Krishna is saying, what is the relationship that Krishna is having with this material world? This material world takes the orders of the Supreme Lord and just influences us or implements on us. You can see this picture. Yesterday we saw Durga Devi, who is the jailer of this jail. The jail is this whole material world. And she is with folded hands taking the orders of the Lord. And she executes. And Krishna says here, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Maya dakshena prakriti. Prakriti is nothing but Maya Devi, who is in charge of it. It is Durga Devi, very clear. And she is working under my directions. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Based on my orders, there is creation, maintenance, annihilation. Creation, maintenance, annihilation. It's a circle. Keeps on going on and on and on. Each and everything is followed according to the orders of Krishna. Krishna is the person who's And anyhow, I have taught you in the previous classes also how Krishna expands himself to Balaram, then Chaturvyuha, Narayana, Chaturvyuha, then Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Shurodakshai Vishnu. And this is Shurodakshai Vishnu who is ordering Durga Devi, who is taking care of this material world. So it is none other than Krishna. Yeah. Then non-worship. Avajananti mam mura manushim tanumashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhutva maheshwaram. Fools deride me. Many don't accept Krishna. Why? Because he is coming like us. Even he is doing some pastimes like us. He's also eating. He's stealing butter. He's playing with the friends. He has a coward boy. Even he goes with the takes the calves to graze. How could I accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Because I'm more intelligent than Acharyas, no? So I think, no. Yes, Krishna can be some great person. I'll agree to it. Because he has lifted Govardhan. He has done many things. So I'll accept for that. He has killed Putana, he has killed Agasura, many things. Never I'll accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, this is limited knowledge sometimes. And there are many fools. We saw Maya in the 7th chapter. There is 4 kinds of people who will not surrender to the Lord. One is Muda, Naradama, Maya Pavrata Jnana, Narasuram Bhava Mashuta, who's completely immersed in this material, something like scientists or scholarly persons. They claim that there is no God. A simple thing I'll say, what kind of a fool are we? One scientist says to the Lord, I am great. I can create everything. See, I've created a satellite. I have done this, everything. Then Krishna says, yes, wonderful. You're so powerful. You can create so many things. But can you do one thing? Can you go out of my creation and start creating? Can we do this? There's nothing. See here. Can you see this picture? Krishna is holding the Earth planet. And a person is sitting on that or standing on that. He's searching. There is no God. There is no God. Everything is only nature. Everything is that. Everything is fools actually do this. But a person, a devotee, can see the truth. Without accepting Bhagavad Gita, without reading the knowledge or knowing the knowledge of this, without devoting to Lord, these secrets are not revealed. So we may not be able to understand this. So there are different varieties of personalities who take up the Lord, but in a different way. They don't worship the Lord, or different theories they have. So many fools, they don't accept Krishna. They say Krishna is a light. Some atheists don't accept there is no God. Okay, some others they accept, yes, there is a light. That is God. Some say the nature, you can see in the next slide. Yeah, see, rejecting Krishna. Moga shamoga karmano, moga jnana vichetasa, dakshasim masaram chaiva, prakritim mohinim shritaha. Fools or the demons don't accept. So they go according to their whimsical way. Those who are thus bewildered or attracted by demonic and atheistic views, in that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Even you become a great scholar, PhD after PhD, even you become a great scientist, everything goes away. It's completely defeated because you are not accepting Krishna. It's very simple. Something we have one zero in our life. For example, I have a house. Anything material things is considered as zero. I have a house, 1-0. I have wealth in my bank balance. It's a 0. How much zeros you have? Everything is a waste. But Krishna is valid as 1. When you had 1 to your life, what happens? For example, you have 1-0. You had 1 before that. It becomes 10. If you have 2 zeros in life, if you had 1, it becomes 100. If you have 5 zeros, it becomes 1 lakh. If you have 7 zeros, it becomes 1 million. Just see, your life is changing just by adding Krishna in our life. So fools, when we deride, when we don't accept this Bhagavad Gita or Krishna in our life, we remain as zeros. No value for our wealth, no value for our bank balances, no value for us, nothing. Because Krishna is the source of everything. We don't had Krishna in our life. Only zeros remain. And by that zeros, we think that I am great. In this way, we take a wrong path, bewildered. He becomes atheist, demons, and he will go to the path of hell. Okay. But a person who is a devotee, he becomes a Mahatma. Who is a Mahatma? What are his activities? Mahatmanastamam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajante ananyamanaso jnatva bhutadim avyayam. Mahatmanastamam partha daivim prakritim ashrita. Once you take devotional service, you become the devotee of the Lord. You are considered as a Mahatma because you are taking the path of Mahatma. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam says. Mahajanayana gata satpantha. Follow the path of Mahatmas. Follow the path of Srila Prabhupada. Even we become Mahatmas. Then what happens? There is a divine vision on us. There is a divine protection of us. The son of Vrita, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. We are not under this nature of this Maya. Durga Devi is not controlling us. Yoga Maya starts controlling us by her influence. We have a, what I can say, protection of this material world. So this material world cannot influence us. We are not affected by it. It is something a snake without tongue. What happens? Sorry, without the teeth, without poison. It just shows to bite us, but it cannot do anything. Have you seen the snake? People who are having the snakes, it will be saying bus, bus, it will be just buzzing like. But what happens? Nothing happens because already they've taken the teeth. They've taken the poison from that snake. The same thing, the material world always influences us. When we are not in devotion, we becomes influenced and we start struggling this material world. Once we are in devotional service, we have a shield. Then it's the same material world. You can see the devotee's life. We say that even they are struggling. No, even they are having some problems. Yes, their problem and my problem is different because there is no poison in that. There is no struggle in that. We see, yes, even they're struggling, but to our vision, it is like that. But it is, they are happily. Otherwise, why Kunti Maharani will pray for problems? Because they are experiencing bliss out of it. Okay. For example, you just think some game also, even football or cricket. While playing cricket, the ball will hit you and you'll get the pain. Actually, what is happening? Even then, they want to play cricket. They're enjoying it. Okay. Even that pain is giving enjoyment for them. So in that way, see, this is material examples I'm giving you so that you can understand this. But as spiritual examples, I cannot give you also because you have to experience it personally. Yeah, they are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Once we take up this Bhagavad Gita, we'll understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and we'll start engaging in our eternal services. That is, serving the Supreme Lord. How to serve? Here. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dudavataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. This Mahatmas, what they do? This is how. Always doing kirtan in the house. Have small kartala, mridanga. As I was showing the picture of their family. One family where father and mother are doing kirtan, children's coming with mridanga and karta, playing in the same way. Morning, waking up morning itself, the prime duty of us is to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and whatever we are cooking, it is to offer to the Lord. The Mahatmas do this. Just follow. That's it. Even we transform ourselves to Mahatmas. We'll become great souls. We'll get qualified to enter the spiritual world, the abode of the Supreme Lord. It's very simple, but only thing we have to take. Activities of a Mahatma. Kirtayanta, always chanting. Drita Vrataha, with a fixed vow, not one day chanting, one day without chanting. It should be constant, not only for this 18 days. This should be our life practice. Morning wake up, chant. That's it. So then it should be with a fixed vow, vrata. Then namasyanta, offering obeisances. That is doing deity worship. You should have a small photo or something, altar in a house. Just worship it and start offering to the Lord. Have a relationship. And nitya yukta. This should happen nitya. That means always you should execute in Lord service. That is what I can say, prime duty of a human being. It is not an animal. Ahara nidravayamaitanamsha, not for eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. This is animals thing. Yes, even we should do this to lead a life of material life. But this is not the prime duty of a human being. Prime duty of a human being is to worship the Lord and liberate from this material world. Yeah. Be intelligent. It's the other types of worshippers. Who? The indirect worshippers. Ekatvena, in oneness. Then Prithakvena, diverse as many. Then Bahuda Vishwato Mukha, the universal form. They are all worshipping the Lord, but with less intelligence, without knowing the complete, without this parampara jnana, without the bhakta, without the devotee's help. What happens? Ekatvena, some philosophy that Lord is one, and I am also that Lord. Lord is light. We all become one. Something, that kind of theories. And nowadays that theory is a lot, even in other dharmas, let it be Christianity, Muslim, Hindu, everyone are going in that philosophy only. That theory is, yes, Lord is not having any form, so we should become one with the Lord. Yes, that is also Krishna, but that is being done with less intelligent or un. Then Prithaktvena, diverse as many, seeing the Lord in many forms, seeing the Lord as nature, seeing the Lord as in many of them, or seeing many things like they create their own lords. They start worshipping the Grama Devata, Ura Devata, and many things, having a stone, they start worshipping. Is this wrong? It's not wrong. It is right. Okay, somewhere it's happening, good thing. They are progressing, but that is not ultimate. Coming to Krishna is the ultimate. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapatyate vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahatma sudurlabha. Very clear. Many lifetimes worshipping other devatas, demigods, and doing some other things, rituals, everything is good. But from there, I should start progressing to the ultimate, that is Krishna consciousness. Then Bahuda, Vishwato Mukha, some seeing the whole world as the Lord, Vishwarupa is a representative. Something in this, we have our own kind of whimsical assumptions. This is how the Lord has to be worshipped. But actually, we have to follow the scriptures. Clear? Here, Krishna says, what is the result you get by worshipping in such way? Yanti deva vrata devan pitrun yanti pitruvrataha bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti mam yajinopi mam. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Anyhow, we know this. Who go and worship the devatas, they definitely provide us what is needed for our body. Materially, they provide us, and we are happy with it. What happens? This is only till I am in this body. Once I give up this body, everything is lost. Whatever the boons the devata has given, it is lost. For example, Krishna says, goes a step ahead, and he says that even then he becomes a great devotee of the demigod. He'll go to their planet. He cannot come to the supreme abode. By going to their planet, what happens? When there is the time of annihilation, this whole universe has been filled with water, or with a fire, it's been burnt. All the planets of the devatas are also completely filled with water. So never ever you can be eternal in this condition. So it is not complete. Then those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Somebody you can see in the house having many gods. With that, they have their mother and father's photo also. Even they worship them very devotedly. I don't say this is wrong. You have to do, because it is the parents who have given this body to us. By this only we are able to do many things. Definitely we have to worship. Rather than having a big photo in the house, when they are living with us, we have to worship them. Every day morning, we have to go and give our obeisances to them, touch their feet. Many of our karmas will be released just by praying to the parents. But that is not ultimate. Should understand who is standing where and where I should worship, how should I worship. And a person who thinks completely parents as everything, ancestors, they go to the Pitruloka. Clear? Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. I'll say this in the 14th or 17th, 16th chapter, something where demonic natures comes there. A person who is doing the Shudra Puja, going to the graveyard and doing the night, praying to the ghosts and the spirits, definitely their next birth will be there only. Clear? And those who worship me will live with me. But a person who is worshipping Krishna, he will go to the supreme abode, that is Goloka Vrindavana, which is beyond this spiritual Vaikuntha Lokas, not this material world. Beyond this, it is Vaikuntha Lokas, and beyond that, it is Goloka. All these descriptions are given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. And this is not just whimsically whatever I'm getting, I'm saying. No. There is a reference of every shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and many other scriptures you can find. If you need also, I can give that. Clear? Different path, different destination. You can see a criteria, motive. Krishna and Devatas, what is the difference here? Motive. Love and servitude. Krishna means it's only love. If you have some expectation, it cannot be devotion. Yeah. And Devatas, material desires. Fulfill our material desires, we go to Devatas, and they fulfill our material desires. What do they grant? So Krishna gives what is good for us, and Devatas what we want, what we pray. I gave the example of a shopkeeper. Clear? If he's the father, he will never give 100 chocolates to you. He says your health gets spoiled, he'll give 2. But if he's a shopkeeper, you are paid for him, so he'll just pay everything. He'll give you everything. You spoil your health also as least bother to me. I need my business. That's it. There's a difference between Krishna and Devatas. Then blessings, eternal, and this is temporary. Yeah. And you can see just small example I'm giving. Why this Devatas are required? 33 crore Devatas, we say, definitely is required. Just see this example. For example, you take our country. There's so many MLAs, ministers, MPs, and so many things. Why is this? Do we need, and there are so many corporators. Just to run a small nation, we need so many things. And to run the whole universe, you think 33 crore Devatas is sufficient? See here, even just an example of a company, administrative structure of a company, sales head, finance head, purchase, marketing, R&D, accounts, there's so many things. The same way here, but to run this universe, electricity, Surya, sun god, is taking care. And construction, Brahma is taking care because he's the second creator. And power, Agni. And water, Varuna. Defense, Kartikeya. Home, Durga Devi. Wind, Vayu. Education, Saraswati. In this way, one is taking one department. And Krishna is the supreme personality of God who is the head of all. Something like the president or prime minister, under whom everything is going on. This is how Devatas also to be worshipped. You cannot say, for example, you don't have, for example, a street light is not working. What do? You go to the corporator and say that this is not working. We are not getting proper water or anything. He does it and it comes. You cannot think that is ultimate. And so for some moment, some chief minister or prime minister comes and the corporator comes. You cannot say that he is the person who has given water to me. So corporator is greater than prime minister. That becomes foolish. We should have a complete knowledge. So on the orders of prime minister, everything is coming, and later part, this corporator is providing everything to me. This is how it should be our understanding. Krishna is giving everything, and based on his orders, all the Devatas are giving whatever is required for us. So we need corporator also, we need prime minister also. The same way, we need all the demigods, all the Devatas, and Krishna also. Even the parents has to be worshipped. Krishna also worshipped. So we should know whom to worship or which is the level, how to should worship, what is our. When we have this knowledge, it becomes simplified. Yeah. Now the real topic starts with the devotional, the intimate relationship of the Lord. Here you can see Krishna is saying, Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhiyukthanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Ananyaschintayanta mam, a pure devotee is completely dependent on the Lord. He's not like a yogi. He's completely dependent on him. The Lord without Ananyaschintayanta mam is not even thinking anything about other than Krishna. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Yesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. I personally take care, not this devatas, not Surya, Brahma, Agni, Varuna, Kartikeya. It is me. Personally, I'll take care of my devotees. This is the difference. Huge, huge difference. That is what Krishna is revealing in this chapter. The most confidential, the most subtle thing, the most transcendental thing. If you are a devotee, it is personally you, Krishna comes, takes care of you. So there is no influence of nature. There is no influence of Maya Devi. Not even the 33 crore devatas are taking care. It is Krishna directly is taking care of us. So it depends how far you are the pure devotee of the Lord. There's a story behind this also. Once what happened? There was one Acharya by name Arjuna Acharya. Prabhupada writes in his report in this thing. So even he had doubt in this verse. He was reading this, he was very poetistic, and he was reading this every day. He was doing his all sadhanas, everything. He saw Yogakshemam Vahamyam. That means Lord is coming personally and taking care. It cannot be that. Why should he come to take care of his devotees? There's so many devatas and so many of them. There's so many servants of the Lord. They will take care. He just struck the line with his pen in Bhagavad Gita. He went out just for begging sake. That is what is he just goes out. And on that day, what happened? Two boys, they came to the wife of Arjunacharya. They brought a big bag of grocery and vegetables, everything. And they came in a hurry and they requested, Mother, please take this. We are disciples of your husband Arjunacharya. Disciples? He's not having any disciples. Okay, it might be, I don't know. Then they gave all the grocery. So he has requested us to give in a hurry, so we are giving it. And she'll say, you wait for a while, I'll cook. You also can have. They say, no, our master is very angry on us. He is beating us also because we are making late to get this. Arre, my husband, he will never beat. He's such a sadhu. Then they'll show on their back, there is some beating mark on the stick. There's a line. He's become such a cruel person. I do not think that he'll be so cruel on you. Then she'll ask sorry on behalf of him. Then finally she'll start cooking. And on that day, she's angry on Arjunacharya. And this person, Arjunacharya, has gone for begging. He did not get anything. In empty hands is coming. And she has prepared wonderful feast. And what she's doing? She's sitting and eating. Actually, in those days, wives will not eat before husband. They start first serving the husband. Finally, after whatever is remained, they eat. Seeing this, Arjunacharya was shocked and surprised. First thing the feast, and later part she's eating before me. Okay, he went, washed his legs and hands. He came and said, let me go and first read Bhagavad Gita. Continue. He'll go to the same chapter and same shloka. He sees that the line has been disappeared. He gets astonished. What is happening here? Then he'll come to, and see, the line disappearing is very difficult because on those days it was Talegere something. So once it's tied, you cannot do anything. But he comes to her, what happened? Please, what happened? Tell me. Then she says that, I do not think you are such a cruel person, beating your disciples. Why did you beat him that way? The back of that boy was become red. So I don't have any disciples. No. Then who will give all this items, the grocery things, everything? And finally she'll say that this is what happened. And he just folds his hands in front of his wife. You're so fortunate. Who are there two? It is Krishna and Balarama. Because I had not had faith on these words that Krishna will personally take care of his devotees. So he's revealing that personally I'll take care of my devotees. So Srila Prabhupada says this story. It depends how much you reciprocate to the Lord, so much, how much you serve him with love and this thing, so much he'll come near to us and he'll reciprocate in this way. Okay, and today I said I'll add one thing. That is, this is what Krishna says in this verse, the most important. See, bhakti is very simple. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayati. Tadaham bhakti upavritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Krishna says here, Patram pushpam palam toyam. If one offers me with love and devotion, a leaf, flower, a fruit, or water, he will accept. Think you are a very poor person, you don't have anything, even then you can offer water to the Lord. He's ready to accept it. Even a leaf, tulsi leaf, you love, he is ready to accept. Even a fruit, even a piece of fruit is using the singular. Ashnami prayatatmanaha. But what should be there in that? Not opulently giving something to the Lord with ego. What it takes. Have you seen anything? So many days you are offering this milk kind of fruit. Is Krishna is accepting anything? No. You give 4 pieces will be given back to you. But what is he honoring in that? The bhakti, the love that you are giving in that, the love that you are mixing in it and giving to him, that is needed. Other than that, he'll not accept anything. So there is a process how to do Naivedya. First thing, you have to have love in it. How to do it? Just you can see here. See this plate. And from today, at least you can start offering one meal. And it should be items of sattvic. There is no non-veg in it. You know that. Krishna is saying, Patram Pushpam Palam Puri. Very clear it is. So non-veg is not there. That is tamasic. And what is Rajasic? Rajasic is something which is very hot, very pungent, very this thing. And onion, garlic. When you have onion, garlic, you cannot offer to the Lord. At least one preparation, you can do something without onion, garlic, and try to offer to the Lord. And this preparation should be in a new vessel or a vessel which is clean, where you're not cooked anything Rajasic or Tamasic. That kind of a vessel you can cook and you can offer to the Lord. See, keep a separate, clean plate for Naivedya or Bhoga. And that plate should be clean enough and it should be new. It should be not a used plate. It should be a new plate. Then chant mantra with ringing bell. You have to ring the bell while chanting the mantra. I'll show you the mantra. Then offer, keep tulsi in all the items. You can see this plate. Sometimes we think, Arey, without having Rajasic and Tamasic food, what is there to eat? You see this plate? So many items. And you have to come to ISKCON and see when there is a festival, you can see hundreds and hundreds of items, even thousands of items. And the milk items, mother cow, it is so, actually, how to explain this? Now we are so far to our real life. Just milk is sufficient for our daily life. So many preparations we can do in milk, out of milk. Okay, in this way you can prepare so many items and offer. But what many other items you are preparing, the most important thing is to do this with love. I'll say a small story for this to understand better. So once what happened, when Krishna was representing this Pandavas, he came to this Hastinapur. When they were banished for this 13 years later, they came and Kauravas not give any this thing for them. Then finally, there was only thing battle. Then it was Krishna. Finally, he comes to this Kauravas to do this thing, peace talk. Then he comes there and he has to stay in one house. No? And finally, he came there, and Duryodhana had a plan that he has to receive welcome in a grand way, and he has prepared more than 1,000 items to serve him. So then, opulently, I'll serve him so that whatever I say, he will listen to it. But Krishna did not come there. Then he went to the other house, next to that, and the others, they were standing. He went there, Krishna. He said, I cannot come to your house because as a peace talk I come. I cannot stay in your house. So I'll go to the other house. Then his brother, he called. Then he asked, whose house is this? He said, it's my house. The other person said, Karna was standing. This is my house. Please come to my house. And finally, it was Vidura who was standing there. And Krishna went there. Then Krishna asked, whose house is this? And Vidura said, my dear Lord, it is your house. Please do come. Then Krishna goes to Vidura's house. And what did wife of Vidura feed to Lord? Such a love. She was just removed the peel of this banana, took the banana, threw the banana and gave them. And lovingly Krishna accepted it and he was honoring it with such a taste. And seeing this, Vidura became angry. He came and he started chastising his wife. And Krishna said, please don't do that. With love, whatever she gives, I am tasting nothing. Even Duryodhana was prepared more than 1,000 items. It may not taste as this banana peel is tasting to me, because I accept the love that you give in it. Not how many varieties of food you are giving. It's only the love it matters. So such a wonderful thing that Krishna, it is so simple that with humble would accept the spiritual master's words and execute. You saw the first story itself. Just executing it, Krishna will fulfill all our desires. He accepts it. But from today, we have to start building the relationship with the Lord. Start loving Him. With love, you prepare even a small sweet item, something. From today, you have to offer it. And how to offer it, you can see your mantra. This is Prabhupada's pranam mantra. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pranam mantra. Then Krishna's Govinda pranam mantra. Then finally, you have to chant Jai Sri Krishna 3 times and Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. This is how you have to offer. And offering, you cannot do directly, because we don't have that qualifications. So you go through parampara. First, you chant Srila Prabhupada's mantra, requesting Srila Prabhupada, please do this on behalf of me. What does he do? He will offer to Lord? No. He will offer that to his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and he does to his spiritual master. In this way, it goes in parampara. Finally, it goes to Krishna. When Krishna honors the prasadam and is very pleased, the mercy, once again, it comes from parampara, from the spiritual master, it will come to us. And this is how we have to do. And that house which is offering the prasadam to the Lord will be in a great bliss. In those days, they were happy because Krishna was the center point. The preparations were offered to the Lord. We also used to do in our previous days, in our old days. Even I could remember every day offering was going on. Then it becomes weekly. Every Saturday we start offering. Then it becomes festivals. Nowadays, I don't think even festivals, it's only a show off. No offerings is happening. For offering, there should be love. Without love, it's a waste. Clear? This is how it has to happen. Close altar for 15 minutes. After preparations, keep in front of the Lord. You can close the altar. If you have a door, if you have a screen, something you can close. Depends. If you don't have anything, it's fine. Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He accepts. And during that time, you can chant 2 rounds of mantra. You have to keep for 15 minutes. You can chant 2 rounds, or you can chant at least 1 round. That means you're humbly praying to the Lord. Please do accept such a fallen conditioned soul I'm trying to offer to you. Please accept this prasadam. Definitely Lord will accept. And that prasadam which you take, it becomes divine. Before that, it is bhoga. After that, it becomes prasadam. It becomes divine. Even a single morsel of it changes. You should see Bhagavatam. Even Narada Muni, just honoring the prasadam of Bhaktivedanta, he transformed himself to a great devotee as what is he today. Before that, he was a son of a, what I can say, maidservant. Then he became a great devotee, like as we are seeing Narada Muni today. And take prasadam out and distribute among your family members. This, you can see a picture. This is how actually Matajis should do. They have to prepare, offer to the Lord, and then finally serve the family. And nowadays, what we are serving? We are serving only anger. While cooking itself, we are showing our anger on the husband, children, everything. The same thing we are feeding. What will happen? The same thing will come to return to us. What we are feeding them, that's the same thing comes to us. And that family is always quarreling. Always the family is disturbed. But once you start offering to the Lord with love, that means you're feeding everyone the love. The same thing comes back to us. And that family will be the lovely family. What to eat? That's what comes up. Then Nishkama Karma Yoga, the next section you can. Religious duty, do it only for Krishna. So wake up early morning, only for Krishna's sake you're chanting. Just for the sake of chanting or attending the session you are waking up. That means even taking bath, Whatever you are doing, it becomes akarma, and you are preparing. The preparation itself or to offer to the Lord. So you are maintaining it, the cleanliness, everything. You are very cautious in preparation. That means your Krishna consciousness. You are meditating on the Lord, maintaining everything and preparing to the Lord and offering to the Lord. Then charity. You utilize for furthering Krishna consciousness. Anything you have wealth, more wealth, execute in Krishna's service. Purchase some Bhagavad Gita books or Srila Prabhupada's books, start distributing, or prepare more prasadam, distribute to the neighbors. You let them all become devotees. Austerity, meditate on Krishna by chanting on beads. And today it's a wonderful day. It is Ekadashi. It's a day of Krishna. And Krishna will be very pleased on Ekadashi. Yesterday I was saying about Ambrish Maharaj, fasting on the day. That means not engaging much in our other things. It's austerity day. Completely from morning to night, just meditating on the Lord. Do your duties. You reduce our material things and increasing spiritual activities. It's Ekadashi. That's why we fast rather than more depending on the prasad, what should I cook for breakfast, lunch, dinner, wherever we fast. Okay. Then result of performing Nishkama Karma Yoga, by doing this, what happens? Freedom that comes by connecting our activities with the Lord, also called regulative principles. Freedom. Freedom is increased by engaging more in Krishna's activities. You can see here. Do you see the rope in this kite? One day I was showing that. I'll say the example of this. What the kite thinks, it will be thinking, I'm becoming bondage by this in the hands of this person. He's holding me. If he leaves me free, I can fly more higher. When the thread is cut, what happens? The same kite, it goes and stuck in some buildings or some tree, and it has been torn. This is what happens to our life. Is our independence, our freedom is in the hands of spiritual master. Is it in the hands of Krishna? We are protected. If we keep in our hands, whimsically do our work, whatever the karmas or activities we do, we get more binded in this material world and we go to the path of hell. Why do you think rope is necessary? What happens if it gets cut? Hope everyone knows this, what happens to our life. So we need a regulated life. Whatever you see, you think of eating it, you're eating only sin. That's what Krishna said, no? In the 3rd chapter itself is said. So what are we eating? Only the sin. Even after this knowledge, even after hearing so many things, still you are desiring to eat sin, no one can stop you. Because that is your freedom. Krishna has given you the freedom to. So however you want, you can lead your life. Yeah. Then, is Krishna partial? Samoham sarva bhuteshu nadveshyosti na priyaha ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mai te teshu chapyaham. No, definitely is not partial. Is equal to all. You see this picture, Krishna is saying, I have a better thing for you. You give up the small whatever you are having. He says, no, I love this small doll. I cannot give this. Krishna is having a huge thing behind that. He needs everything to be given to us. The whole creation belongs to Krishna and I am his son. That means the whole creation is mine now. It's so simple. If I don't surrender to Krishna, then only this house, only the small things, it belongs to me. That is it. If I become the son of the Lord, the whole creation is mine. The whole universe is mine. Just only thing you have to engage in Krishna's service. See, I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. Krishna says I'm equal to all. So Krishna says in 15th chapter, what is that? What is that shloka? Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam aponam. He gives the intelligence, the forgetfulness, and the remembrance, everything equally to everyone. But in 10th chapter it says, Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhiyogam tamena mam upayanti. But my devotees who are lovingly engaged in my service, I will give them the intelligence which is good for them. For example, you're going in a path, left or right. You have a desire that I should go and fall somewhere in a ditch. Yes, Krishna says, okay, take right turn. But even if the devotee, if he thinks that I have to go and fall in somewhere and he takes the right, he'll give one hand on his head and say, all right, you are my son. Take a left. This is the right way. In this way, it takes care of the devotee. Personally, it takes care. If he needs to beat him, he will beat. He needs to glorify him, he will glorify. but it takes him in the right path. That's what Krishna says. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. He guides us each and every step. Clear? And you can see here, the next level he goes to his devotees. Api chetsu duracharo bhajate mamananya bhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vivasito hi saha. He says, by mistake, my devotees, if they commit mistake, they do some wrong things, you should consider them as devotees only. Even if one commits the most abominable action, so he say most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Engage in devotional service. Knowingly or unknowingly, you commit some mistakes. Krishna personally take care. Yesterday you saw this Ajamila story. A great devotee was him. Then he fell down by seeing a prostitute. Krishna, what did he do? He personally took care of him. He sent his devotee to guide him, made the last child name as Narayana, made him to chant the name of the holy names of the Lord. And in the end, he gave a remembrance to chant Narayana, and he sent Vishnu Dutas. He sent his servants to protect him. Krishna takes care. Even if he fall down, he takes care. But when there is no Krishna, who can take care of this? Just imagine. And next is here. How can he be considered sadhu? For that, once I'm remembering one word that Srila Prabhupada said. In America, one person asked, "Arey, what kind of people you are? Given up everything, you are chanting, you are doing all this, shaving your head and having shikha. What kind of life is this?" Something, a reporter. He said, finally he asked, "Prabhupada, you are doing so many things and you are asking your disciples to do so many things. And finally, you give up the body and go to the spiritual world and you see there is no Krishna. What happens to you?" And Prabhupada says, "What is wrong? What happens? In your ear, we are just chanting the holy names of the Lord. We are preparing n number of items, offering to the Lord. Happily we are singing, kirtan, dancing, everything is happening. Just imagine, even you die one day and you go there and you find Krishna is there. What happens?" Understood? How you are executed in life. Nothing has happened in your life. How could you reach him? It means you have wasted your life. But here, engaging in devotional service, even you see that there is no Krishna also, even then we are blissful here. We are happy here. We are happy than the materialist. Clear? Then here Krishna says, he goes a step higher. Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijane name bhakta pranashyati. He says, he quickly becomes righteous. Even if he's fall down, he'll become a great devotee because he is in devotional service and attains lasting peace because I personally take care of Krishna. Sorry. And he says, "O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes." He's requesting Arjuna to declare this. Why not Krishna do this? So Acharyas explain. There's a story behind this also in Mahabharata. You can see when there is, after 10 days of this Kurukshetra Mahabharata battle, there was no result. Then Duryodhana became very angry. He went to Bhishmadev and he started chastising him left and right, saying that you are showing some partiality. You're such a great warrior and you're not able to kill any of the Pandavas. Many things. He got very insulted by this, and then what he did? He took 5 golden arrows and he meditated on it and chanted some divine mantras in this. He just imparted all his potency to that arrows. Then he said, "Tomorrow, all the 5 Pandavas will be killed." And Duryodhana is very happy because Bhishma, when he takes a vow, never ever he'll miss it up. Then Duryodhana had a doubt. If somebody comes and asks this arrows, he might give it. Then he said, "I'll have this arrows." He just snatched from the hands of Bhishma and he said, "Tomorrow I'll give you and ask whom to kill, then you can do whatever I order to you." He just went to this kutir or the tent that he had. And this news spread all over all the members of the Kshatriyas. And finally, this message came to this Pandavas also. And Krishna came to see Arjuna. And actually, Arjuna was resting. Then Krishna asked, "Arey, did you hear the message?" "What message?" "That's what. Bhishma has taken the vow." Yeah, I know that." "Arey, then you are resting so comfortably. and you're sleeping here. And Arjuna says, the protector of the whole universe, it is you. You are wakened. You are waking up. Then what's the use of me waking up? I'm just taking my rest. You are the protector. You protect. Then Krishna says, okay, go to Duryodhana, collect the arrows. Then why will he give to me? Then he says, when you are banished, he came to insult you. And he was just taking bath in that sarovar with all the ladies. And that was a time where Gandharvas came. And to show in front of you, just to show off, he said that this is my place, I'm enjoying. Then Gandharvas just put him in a cage. And finally, then Yudhishthira orders Arjuna to go and fight with Gandharvas and release. Then they'll go fight and release him from that cage. Then actually, he came to insult Pandavas, but he was insulted by himself. And finally, he asked Arjuna, whatever you need, you ask, I'll give you. And he said, anyhow, we are banished now. I cannot ask anything. When time comes, I'll ask. So Krishna is reminding him. So he had said that word on that day. Now you go and ask that 5 arrows. Then Arjuna comes and he asks for these arrows. Then Duryodhana, just hearing this incidents, see, because no time, there's some cutting short, even the stories also. Finally, he had some. Then he'll come. Then the next day, Bhishma is asking, give the arrows today, I'll have a fight and I'll kill all the Pandavas. Then Duryodhana is saying, where 5 arrows? Nothing is there. And he said, how this happened? Arjuna came and collected. Who told him? Krishna. Then Bhishma says, fool, from the day one I am saying you, the supreme Lord in the side of Pandavas, do you think that you can win him? Not me, Bhishma. Even millions of Bhishma standing against Pandavas also cannot win, because Krishna is in their side. But here, internally, Bhishma is thinking, my dear Lord, you are breaking my vow. Now my vow will be broken. So let's see, you also have taken a vow that you will not touch the weapon. Let's see how you do. And on that day, Bhishmadev started fighting so ferociously, like this arrows was coming like a whirlpool in all the directions. It was even the Pandavas, they're not able to lift their bow and this thing also. And that way it was attacked. And all arrows was piercing everyone. Even Krishna, it was piercing. Krishna was feeling the bliss of it, because that is called Virya Rasa, because it's pure devotee. Bhishmadev is piercing this arrows. It is something like flowers offering to him. He lovingly was taking that. But only one arrow came and pierced Arjuna's hand. And Krishna was not able to bear that. He just jumped from the chariot. He took the wheel of the chariot. He went to attack Bhishmadev. And Bhishma gave Bhishmadev was waiting for. And he just gave up the bow and arrow. He just came, stood on his knee, just opening his 2 arms. He said, my dear Lord, for this sake I was waiting. Yes, please come, attack me. Then Arjuna, he comes running. He catches hold of the feet of Krishna. He says, no, my dear Lord, I'll fight to my full potent. Please, you don't break your vow. That you are taking a vow that you will never touch weapons in this battle. Please don't do this. You understood the story? Krishna is ready to break even his own vow. He is not ready to give up his devotees. He is not willing to make his devotees get defeated. That is the position he gives to his devotees. That's why Krishna is saying, even if I take a vow, even if I declare something, I might give it up. But Arjuna, you declare to the world that my devotees will never ever perish, because I personally take care of them. Even after hearing so many things, and Krishna is giving so much of things to us, and he has taken a vow that he will protect his devotees. Even then, if you don't become devotees, we are the most unfortunate souls of the whole creation. So many days, see, unknowingly we don't take it up. Even after having the knowledge, if we don't take up this devotional service or take up this chanting and offering to the Lord, then definitely we might be ignorance or fools. In the last verse, Krishna says how to do this. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. This is how the human life becomes perfect. This is how we can escape from this material world. Mukti Pradata Mukunda, it's only Krishna who can give liberation to us. Just by engaging in the devotional service of Krishna, very easily, happily, be singing and dancing, can give up this material world and enter the spiritual. Yeah. Okay, in this today's chapter, many things we saw the knowledge, where Anusoya, where it should be non-envious, and the faith, an inconceivable relationship between the Lord and the devotees, and non-worship fools, they don't accept Krishna. Definitely, we are not fools, I think. We accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead in glories of Bhakti. Bhakti is simple, and give up the freedom that I am this and I have to do whimsically. No, take up the orders of the spiritual master and the guidance of the scriptures, implement our life, make a regulated life, and be a sadhu. We can all become Mahatmas. Yeah. Notice for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow Krishna says his Vibhuti Shakti, that is his energies. So essence of, and tomorrow there's another important thing, that four Chatushloki, important four shlokas. The essence of all Bhagavad Gita is in that four shlokas. Krishna says, and this reveals, he reveals the vision when we have the divine vision, those things. All we can see tomorrow. Now there's a quiz link, please do attend. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sahasra Nam Punyanam Srir Avritya Tuyat Palam Meka Vrityatu Krishnasya Namaikam Tat Prayachati. The pious results derived from chanting the 1,000 holy names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained by only one repetition of the holy name Krishna. This is said in Brahmanda Purana. Chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu and 3 names of something is missed out here. 3 names of Rama is equivalent to chant 1 name of Krishna. That's a powerful. Lord Krishna's name is, this is said in Brahmanda Purana. Yeah. Okay, this is Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharva Giridhari, ISKCON HPR. And now, if anyone is having any questions, you can raise your hands. Meanwhile, you can see some announcements. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful explanation. Prabhuji, you would like to say more about Ekadashi thing now? Or?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, today is Ekadashi.
Today it is Ekadashi. I want to make it very simple. We say Ekadashi is a fasting day. That means fasting from the grains. That's it. Fasting from the grains. And rather you can take fruits and milk. And the most important on Ekadashi is to chant more and engage more and more in Krishna's activities, devotional activities, where you are able to think more about Krishna. You can chant or you can read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, or hear more on Srila Prabhupada's lectures. Somehow you can engage the day more in devotional service. And fasting, why fasting? Because there's a story behind this. The Papa Purusha is reciting on the grains on this day. And just if you fast from grains, you have been qualified to liberate from this material world. And this day is very dear to Krishna. So chanting Krishna, he becomes more dear to us. So Ekadashi is a very special day for devotees. Even Karma Kanda section, many things, even for our material things, fasting, doing Ekadashi, observing Ekadashi is very great. But for devotees especially, because it is a dear day of Krishna, more of chanting. Whatever you are chanting, make it double on. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So let me share the screen for the report.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So yesterday attendance was slightly better. There were around 78 devotees attended the session. And quiz was attended by 45 devotees, chanting by 27 devotees, and Naivedya by 21 devotees.
Why Naivedya is decreased?
Not sure.
raised, even then it is 21. Okay, at least from now onwards, we can start offering. Even after hearing today's session, if we don't offer, it would be good. Not that it's up to you. We cannot force you. But somewhere we should get purified. So our life gets transcendental, becomes transcendental, divine, just by honoring Krishna. Chanting is important, and even praying is important. Okay. Yes. Yes, because it is beginning to you, sometimes you miss out. You cannot do that and something like that. But at least it should be a practice. Yes, Prabhu.
So, Vinita Mataji has raised a hand for question, I think.
Okay. Vinita Mataji or Nandaraj Prabhu.
Namaste Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
ಕೇಳು ಜಲ್ದಿ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry.
ನಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಇವತ್ತು ಏಕಾದಶಿದ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತ ಅದೇ ಕಾಫಿ ಟೀ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೊಸಬ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದೇನು. ಅದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಾಲಿಗೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕುಡಿದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪಾಪ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಳಿಸಿ.
Yes. Mataji is asking because many newcomers are there. Please explain them how to fast, because they might even drink coffee or tea. Because I have said milk and fruits, they can consider, oh, coffee tea also is okay because it's a milk product. No, actually, coffee and tea is completely restricted. It comes under intoxication. There's a caffeine which has been added to this coffee and tea. So it becomes, what I can say, intoxication. It comes under that. So it is restricted. Even for progressing in spiritual life also is restricted. But for Ekadashi, it's only milk and fruits. Nothing other than that. And Papa Purusha, I'll say this story, otherwise you may not be able to understand. Once there was a fight between the Lord and a demon. And see, this is all pastimes. Not that it's something, oh, Krishna also cannot fight with demons. They're so great. Nothing like that. It's only a pastime is narrating so that we all can relish it. We can, to give some message or to give such kind of a day of Ekadashi is doing all this. So there was a great demon by name Mura. So he and Lord were fighting for somewhere 1,000 celestial years. Then even Lord became tired fighting to him. Then he went to a cave and started resting. And this demon, he just followed wherever the Lord is going. Finally entered the cave. He saw that Lord is taking rest. He came with a big sword to kill him. And he just neared the Lord. So one female servant of the Lord just came out of the body of the Lord, just by only her hand or by a weapon. She just slashed this demon in one shot, and that demon fell down dead. Then the Lord woke up from by this and he said, oh, what happened? The demon is dead. Who are you? Then she says that I am your servant. Ekadasi, one servant of you. And this demon came disturb your rest or something, so I killed him. And he was very pleased by her. Yes, I'm very pleased with you. You just ask whatever the boon you ask. And she says that you're very pleased today. So this day should become the day of mine. And it should be said in my name. Because she is Ekadasi, one servant. This became Ekadashi. Clear? Then whatever other boon you ask, then she says, whoever worships you on this day, they should be liberated.
They should be
liberated from this material world. Then this boon was given. This, see, pure devotees, no? They don't ask for themselves. They ask for the whole creation. So after this, what happened? Everyone on the Ekadashi, they fast and they became liberated. And Papa Purusha, now his duty is nothing now. He comes to the Lord, my dear Lord, what is this? You have given such a boon to Ekadashi, and now what will happen to me? I don't have any other activities. So what will I do? Where should I stay now? I don't have a residential place. And Krishna says, okay, on Ekadashi day, you reside on the grains. You just be in the grains. So on that day, my devotees will not take grains. So they get liberated. Others who don't follow me, they might take unknowingly or ignorantly, they can take grains and they will be, still you can have your influence on them. But my devotees never ever they'll touch the grains on Ekadashi day, so they are qualified to liberation. And then the Purusha on Ekadashi days, it's only on grains he'll be sitting. So if you eat grains, so it is equivalent that whatever you are doing, all the activities results come on that day when you take grain. So on Ekadashi day, it is restricted. And for devotees, because this was a day when Lord was very much pleased. If we chant even once Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's equivalent to chant 1,000 times. So much he'll be pleased on this day of Ekadashi. Clear? Yes. Next, Mamata Mataji.
ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭು.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
ಈಗ ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 6:47 ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇವಾಗ 6 o'clock ಅಥವಾ 5:30 ಹಾಗೆ ಕಾಫಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಗೋಬಹುದಾ ಆಗ?
ಬಾರ್ದು. Actually,
ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 6.
ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. See, stomach should be empty. The starting time, stomach should be empty. That means yesterday night before sun set, whatever you eaten, that should be our last meal. Actually, nowadays, we eat at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, everything. But actually, those days, after sunset, we shouldn't eat. Already we have eaten something in the night, so morning you shouldn't eat anything. And tomorrow, and most important thing I forgot. Tomorrow is the Dwadashi day, where it is fast breaking day, and the time is done. You can just make a note of it. Actually, that time you have to start preparing something, offer to the Lord, and break your fast. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Yes, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, anything else?
There are a few questions, Prabhu. I'll share the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. You can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Kishore Prabhu says, Hare Krishna Guruji, in today's session you said that even Brahma and all gods have birth and death and disease. Can you clarify? Because as per Mohini Avatar, every god was served with Amrita and they became immortal. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So what is Amrita and what is immortal? They don't have birth and death, but they have beginning and ending. See, you cannot escape by just drinking this Amrita. Yes, there's a big story to tell this. Actually, I'll say how this happens. In this Swargaloka, they don't have death as we have. But Punya is been Kshina. Punya Kshina, it is said. One verse Krishna says there. So when our Punyas is been exhausted, they have been thrown out from the Swargaloka. As soon as they enter the Swargaloka, they have been garlanded. And they don't even keep their legs on the floor. They'll be 1 foot high. When that flower, it will never fades. But when it starts fading, that means they are decreasing their punya. Punya has been exhausting day after day after day. And they come, they were 1 foot high there. They're just coming down and down and down. When their punya has been exhausted, they're thrown from the Swarga. Then their Bhur Swar. From there, that Bhur Loka. There are the subtle bodies and they don't have any food. Actually, the food is the body of the Devatas. They take out the bodies. That's also subtle. They take and they eat. That is the thing. And from there, the soul comes to this earthly planet in the form of rain. This is said in Chandogya Upanishad. In the form of rain, it comes, and as a grain, it grows, and then it enters the male body, and from there, as a seed, he comes out, he goes to the womb of a mother, and then it takes the birth. It can be a dog, cat, human, whatever. But everything is based on our. So definitely there is birth and death. It may not be in the same way as we are having, but it is different. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Next one is from Praveen Kumar. After formation of ISKCON, the world started knowing about Krishna consciousness. If the ultimate goal of human life is Krishna consciousness, then why we have temples of other devatas and many rituals? Why not all temples be converted to Krishna temple and let all humanity to follow one Lord, follow one and only Lord Krishna in line with Christianity and Islam, who follow only Jesus and Allah?
Yes. That is ignorantly we do something. No? Muslim and Christianity, we say Jesus and Allah. Even they have so many castes under them and many things. Actually, Jesus is not God. Jehovah is the God. Jesus says, I am the servant of God or son of God. He himself says that, and Jesus, Christianity also accepted the same. He's a spiritual master, that's it. He's not God. As Prabhupada for us, it is Jesus to them. Now, why not only Krishna? Why not other devatas? Even Vyasadeva has created 18 Puranas where he himself glorifies Shiva, Devi Purana, Shiva Purana, and so many other things. Krishna, sorry, it's become a little cold for me, so excuse me. Okay, then why is this? Because no, everyone are not in the same platform. Everyone cannot become Brahmanas, everyone cannot become Kshatriyas. They have own their. Says Krishna also says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapattite. It takes many lifetimes for us. Definitely we should understand what I can say. A small example, for example. Praveen Kumar. For example, you're working in an office. You're working as a supervisor, as a clerk, or something like that. There is some boss to you. Why should you have a boss? Why can't you become a boss? No, Prabhu, I have not studied to that. Why can't you study and become? Even if I study, I cannot do that. Because I cannot study because I don't have that intelligence. So everyone are limited somewhere. Even after this 10th standard or PUC, what you choose, arts, commerce, science, one choose one thing. Everyone cannot become doctors. Everyone cannot become chartered accountants. One have one kind of consciousness or their qualities, attitude, and swabhava and these things. So everyone cannot become Krishna consciousness at once. For example, this session itself, you can see in the group, there are more than 500. But how many are attending? And this message was reached to thousands of them. Everyone did not come, even enter. And some accepted it, and some are not able to do. So some devotees, they're saying that they are not able to wake up in the morning. So they are missing the session. So everyone cannot wake up also. So there are gradations here also, you can see. A person who is attending here, and everyone are not turning on their videos also here. Clear? One have their own condition. They are also, see, sometimes some are working, some are free enough. They're lying there on the bed and they're owning this session, but they're not owning their videos. Because they have their limitations. We cannot make everyone to come under one platform. That is not our Sanatana Dharma. We are not Muslims or Christians foolishly doing something, whimsically. No. According to scriptures, we have our own values, our own qualities. Only accordingly we can. Yes, there's nothing wrong in taking the knowledge that Krishna is absolute, as accepting that you have a boss, you have a director, you have a manager, and never ever you cannot become a manager. You cannot go to that platform. You know very clearly, then accept it. That's it. Accept that, yes, Devi Aradhana is important for me because to be in my level. Oh, Krishna is supreme. If it's possible, naturally you can come to the pure devotional service. Many times even the Krishna conscious devotees are not to their full extent. Even they commit something which is inferior to, because they are not able to control their senses. In that way, it depends. Everyone cannot be Krishna consciousness. That way, Sanatana Dharma has its own peculiarity that it just deals with the nature, it deals with the scriptures, the creation process. But being Islam, and it is different. I don't want to speak about others, but still, it is done with the ignorance, with the limited knowledge. But Sanatana Dharma is complete. Okay, yes.
So one more question, Prabhu, from Ankita Kumari Mataji. When Sri Krishna was playing his childhood part in Gokula, was he present in Goloka Vrindavana also at the same time?
Yes, definitely he was present. So he is everywhere like. There's no difference. He expands. As why to speak of Gokula and Goloka Vrindavana, even Dwaraka, when he had 16,108 wives, he expanded himself to 16,108, and all the wives thought, all the queens thought that Krishna is always with me. This is how Krishna is with all his devotees. Now, he's not limited like us. Okay. It's very difficult to understand to us with our material understanding. Yes, little bit if we grow in our spiritual consciousness, we might be able to understand. Yes, Jai Sudha Mataji. You can unmute Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Today
Hare
my
Krishna.
husband's birthday, Prabhuji. So blessed for my husband.
Definitely Mataji. This is the first session you are attending?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Okay. So even Prabhuji,
Not first session, from the starting I am there. From the first year.
from the day one.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Previous to this, no other sessions you have attended.
No, Prabhuji. My sister, she is there, no? Savita Siji.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji, are you chanting?
Prabhuji?
Prabhuji is chanting?
Yeah, in the name of Sridhar H.N.
Sridhar H.N. Okay, Sridhar. Okay, Prabhu. Wish you many, many happy Krishna conscious birthday. So may Lord
Thank you, Guruji.
all the way and protect you. You and your family always engage more and more Krishna conscious activities and surrender more and more to Lord. And may you all be protected with him. So we all can chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra, praying for him so that he can engage more. And it's a auspicious Ekadashi day is his birthday. So celebrate today by chanting more Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and tomorrow by giving 16 days. 16 days. Just chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Gita Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Guruji, my question is, on the Ekadashi day, how will you decide when to start fasting and when to break fasting? Like the timing.
Ekadashi day is fasting, complete day fasting. You forget about the timings, whatever is it, because you're completely doing it. Actually, the fasting should be for 36 hours, not as 24 hours. So it should be eaten one day before, that is at 6 o'clock, 6:30 before sunset of the next previous day.
Okay.
So that means it starts, for our consideration, it starts from morning. That's it. So from to start fasting.
ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ?
Yes,
Okay. ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗುರುಜಿ, ನಾವು ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಅವರ ಇಷ್ಟ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಮಂಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವರು ಗುರುವಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೀಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಆ ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್? ಹಾಗೇನಾದ್ರು
how it has been suggested in the scriptures, you have to do. Whimsically, if you are doing it, is, sorry to say, it's of no use.
No, actually scriptures ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ?
ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? For example, I am fasting for Shiva. I am fasting for Devi. That means you have to follow some scriptures.
ಈಗ ಶಿವನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಚರ್ಸ್, ಅದು ಯಾರಿಂದ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು?
ಶಿವ ಪುರಾಣ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿ nowadays we are not able to find authorized parampara. It's difficult. We are all sorry, we are all demons. ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹುಡ್ಕಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಶಿವಪುರಾಣ. ಇದಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, 16 ಸೋಮವಾರ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಶಿವನ ವ್ರತ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಂಥ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ಗ್ರಂಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಉಪವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಹೌ ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮಂಡೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಗೋ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಮಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಂಟ್ ಹಿಲ್. ಹುತ್ತದಿಂದ ಮಣ್ಣೆತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ 3 ಉಂಡೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೋಧಿ ಇಟ್ಟದ್ದು 3 ಜನ ಹಸುಗೆ, ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹಂಚಿ ಆ 1 ಉಂಡೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಚರ್ಸ್, not whimsically doing. Whimsically is of no use. So some scriptures we have to follow. So now in this parampara, somehow by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, everything has been revealed. It's easy, you can follow Ekadashi because you have a parampara, you have a team of members, you have so many devotees to see them and follow for the association and so many things. But unknowingly, yes, our ancestors were doing Shiva Puja or Devi Puja, something we also think to do. But we have so much fallen, we cannot be claim that to be authentic, because without scriptures and without the guidance of Guru, it becomes just a bogus thing doing whimsically as I wish.
ಗುರುಜಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಈ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ? 108 times ಹೇಳುವಾಗ?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, that's what Acharyas suggest. Acharyas suggest that it should be from 6 minutes to 7 minutes. This is the time. Why? They say very clearly. If you go, for example, in the very beginning, it takes 10 minutes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Because still we are not practiced, we cannot say fast. So the pronunciation should be clear. So this takes for 10 minutes. Nothing wrong. Once you keep on chanting, it becomes faster and very clear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Keep on going fast. So it comes to 7 minutes. And if you are chanting anything before 6 minutes, it's coming to 5.5 minutes or something like this, then it is said it is also not correct, because somewhere the pronunciation is not clear, or you are missing some words, or somewhere you are pulling one beats for Rama one and for Krishna one, you are just pulling one, so it is going on. So that be very clear. 6 to 7 minutes will be the perfect chant. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Why shouldn't you do chant for 10 minutes? Cannot keep the mind in one place. It should be very fast and very clear, crystal clear should be there. That is the first preference. Then later past, you have to increase your fast speed. Then that what happens? You make the mind to sit in one place. You can have a control on the mind. Okay.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, anything else?
No, Prabhu. I think we are almost done, so no questions.
Thank you. Okay, I thank each and everyone for attending today's session. Once we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thank you to all once again. So now you have option to unmute yourself and say Hare Krishna once, and you can leave the session.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Gita Mata Ji,
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Manjunath Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Vinuta Mata Ji, Hare Krishna, Nandara Krishna, Savita Mata Ji,
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Arun Kumar Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jai Shankar Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Jai Sudha Mata Ji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Harish Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you to all. Hare Krishna to all. Rajiv Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Raju. Hare Krishna to all. Thank you for joining the session. We'll continue with chapter 10 from tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.